Welcome to the SubHub podcast. I'm MK Sullivan.
And I'm Dani Moreno. And welcome to 2026. We made it. The first episode of the SubHub podcast, and we will tell you guys this was planned yesterday. So bear with us. I feel like usually our first episode we have very well planned out. And not to say we aren't prepared, folks. We are prepared. But yeah,
Our lives have been chaotic.
our lives have been freaking chaotic. But welcome to 2026. We're glad to be back. And with that, if you aren't already, don't forget to subscribe, follow Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Because while this is a last minute episode, we recorded a lot of episodes before the end of the year that are going to be coming out bang, 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 bang. So make sure you're following us.
Yeah, as well as a couple of just like exciting people that we've talked to in the last couple days about recording. So hopefully we'll be getting some good episodes out to you guys soon. But yeah, first, should we just like do a rundown of our lives at the moment?
Yes. Let's start with you, MK.
Okay. I feel like the last time we recorded, I must have talked about surgery or already had surgery. I'm not totally sure how much I've shared about that. I
But
know,
re-explain what you had done for people who
yeah,
don't know and when
yeah.
you got it done.
So on November 24th, I had Achilles repair surgery. I had a Haglund's deformity underneath my Achilles, and that eventually tore my Achilles partially.
And what is Haglin? Sorry, I'm just gonna help
Yeah,
you.
it's a bone growth that I think is created by just like too much tension and rubbing. And yeah, it was huge. So I had to get rid of that because back in January when I was training for Black Canyon, I like literally couldn't walk for a couple of weeks. And then I was like, oh, I'm fine. I ran 100K. Like I must have survived it. And then I got pregnant and got heavier, and my body was like, absolutely not. So, yeah, gave birth in October, had surgery end of November. I was in a cast for 2 weeks, which was miserable because Dani and I talked about this a lot over break, just like not being able to do something to help yourself like progress. I mean, like obviously rest and recovery is doing something, but it doesn't feel like something. And so I couldn't do much when I was in a cast. And it also just had some life stuff happen during the cast process as well. And so was just absolute chaos in the Sullivan household. But got out of the cast on the week of like December 10th or something. Went into a walking boot, and so I've been able to like bike a little bit, swim quite a bit, which I think swimming has helped a ton because there's like a good amount of pressure and it like helps get rid of the swelling and stuff. And obviously it's non-weight bearing. And then today is January 7th. And on January 6th, I went to my surgeon and got the to get out of the boot completely. I'd been walking around my house without it for like 10 days. So he was like, let's just send it. And yeah, so now my rehab is like, I need to bike. I got to swim certain days, but I also have to walk for like 2 x 15 minutes or 1 by 30 minutes. And then I have all my rehab exercises. I was on Instagram yesterday and I saw a post from Katie Scheid actually about like her injury update. And she said something along the lines of like being injured takes more time than just like actually training. And that is so true because you like have to train, your aerobic system. So I'm like biking or swimming. And now that I am, cleared to walk, like Rick's letting me do a little bit more so I can exercise twice a day. But then I also have to like fit in my 15-minute walks, which isn't that long. But when the baby gives me a 40-minute bike, he's not that likely to give me a 15-minute walk. And then like I have to do, all my ankle exercises as well as like I can kind of normally like do body weight lifting now, which I wasn't able to do before. So it's just like, yeah, being injured is more work than just being able to go out and do like a 2-hour run and be done for the day unless you have to like lift. But we're surviving, and yeah, hopefully 2 weeks from now I will be able to try a little bit of jogging, which is kind of crazy because 2 weeks from now will pretty much be exactly a year since I had that like day when I was training for Black Canyon where I was like, I have to stop. Like I am walking, and it also happened to be the time that I got pregnant. So it's been a crazy year, but it feels very serendipitous that I might be able to jog a little bit, like almost exactly, to the day a year.
Dude, I know that's when I like start to question. I'm like, what higher power is out there? This is not a coincidence. Like, what are the odds? There's 365 days
Yeah.
and you're landing within like, 5 days more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I also saw that post with Katie and I was like, preach. Like this,
Yeah.
it really takes so much time. And admittedly, I've also had my personal, I'm like, I just want to be able to go for a run. Like that would be so much easier than what you're doing of
Yeah.
like stacking everything, adding a baby too. And yeah, PT takes like an hour to 2 hours a day. And you're like, I'm
Yeah.
literally just sitting here flicking my ankle.
Yeah, I like started it today, and I think I did it for probably 20 minutes and got like half of my exercises done. And then it was like, all right, Danny and I have a meeting. We got to
Yeah,
go. The
yeah,
baby's awake. Like, so hopefully I'll finish
yeah.
them later in the day after my second 15-minute walk.
Yeah, exactly. I'm also on I was laughing when you were saying that. I'm like, who came up with this 2 15-minute walks? Because I literally was told that yesterday too. She's like, every day you're gonna do 2 15-minute walks. And then you said, I was like, do we all have the same like PTs going to the same school being like, this is what you do?
Yeah.
I know there's science behind it and stuff, but I was just laughing. I was like, we are having the same exact program.
It's too bad
Um,
we're not in the same place because we could do our 2 by 15-minute walks together.
Oh, that would be amazing. I
Yeah.
would love that. Yeah. It's really hard in the middle winter. It's like, who wants to go brave the ice outside and go
For
for a walk
15
with
minutes.
me? Yeah. Really worth your time.
Yeah.
Overall, because I know you also had other stuff going on at the end of 2025. We both were just like in it. How are you feeling like mentally right now?
I'm feeling hopeful, but I'm trying not to get too hopeful because this is definitely like a quicker timeline than I thought it would be. Like I thought that, I'd go to yesterday's appointment and he'd be like, okay, like you can do halftime in the boot or something like that. But I thought that the earliest I would be run walking was like maybe early to mid February, but now it's sounding like maybe I could be running in 2 weeks, which is crazy. But at the same time, like, I was talking to my surgeon and he was like, just be smart. You have the right people in your corner, like a great team. And I was like, yeah, for sure. My coach is super conservative, so he's not going to let me do anything stupid. And I texted Rick and I was like, Casanelli said I can run in 2 weeks. Like, I'm so stoked. And he was like, yeah, we'll see. And I was like, oh, I have the right team. Like this,
Yeah, yeah.
I have a coach. But yeah, I might have to like convince Rick that either he comes over to my house for my treadmill or I go to his house for his treadmill and he can watch me walk or run maybe. So then he can be like, nope, you're limping. You have to stop. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked to just be walking. Like I'm excited to literally just be able to go walk Emery outside because he sleeps so much better when he spends time outside, and like Tommy's in charge of the dog, so asking him to also be in charge of the baby all the time, like to take him outside, it's like I'm ready to be able to do that myself.
Yeah. I think it's really important to celebrate the small
Yeah.
wins. We per my situation, I ended up collecting some champagne bottles and I like wrote on them. I'm like, when X-ray says bone is healed, like when you run 1 mile,
Yeah.
and just remembering, like trying to like continue to ground and humble yourself. You're like, at one point I was in a cast, unable
Yeah.
to do anything. And so yeah, being able to get outside and like be excited about that. Because admittedly, I get like progress like hangry, where I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, now I'm walking. Now I want to be able to bike. Like, come
Yeah.
on, just give me the next thing instead of just like slowing down and stuff.
Yeah, I texted
Dang.
Rick and I said, can I also do bike intervals? And he said, I think the walking's going to make you pretty sore. So how about not?
It's great. You need to have someone that says no.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
not
like the
you,
main
just
reason to
everyone
have
in
a coach.
general. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you have coach. Which, by the way, you guys, if you want to hear the famous Rick Floyd, we have 2 episodes with him,
Yeah,
I
we do.
believe. Yeah. Okay. So naturally, have you guys picked out a race schedule?
It's funny. One of my athletes, I talked to them on the phone the other day and they were like, oh, like, do you have a race schedule? And they were like, actually, scratch that. Like,
Yeah.
you probably aren't even thinking about this. And I was like, I wish that I was someone who could not think about this. But of course, I have a race schedule. I'm trying to like be pretty conservative. And so my first race that I have on the calendar is Mont Blanc Marathon, which is end of June. And if like maybe for fun, depending on how my body is reacting to training and stuff, maybe like if I could get into Canyons 25K, I would do
Sick.
something like that. Or there's a half marathon here in Reno, like right around the same time that I ran last year when I was pregnant. Doing something like that just to like run hard without a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
Um,
That'd be, side note, that'd be so cute because that was Taylor Nowlin's
yeah,
first race back. So that could
yeah,
be like the mama's race back.
yeah. And I think that was Rachel's first race back too after Lewis.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Yeah. So we'll see. That's kind of like tentative plan, but there's also like a flip side of this where maybe I start training and vert is just like not feeling good because my Achilles is weak or something. Then I would try to get into Grandma's Marathon, which I think is early June, and try to run like my OTQ now instead of waiting until like December or next year.
Yeah. I think those are all great options and a good reminder that like there's never a bad time to run a road marathon when it's helping you get fit. Like I keep having to remind myself like people like EmKay, she would just run road marathons in the middle of trail season. Whereas I
Yeah.
think in our American brain we're like either really early or
Or
really
late.
like yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
then
grandma's marathon let our girl in if she asks.
yeah, I need to email. There's a lot of people I need to email today because we were just talking about UTMB and I don't know exactly how the pregnancy deferral works. Like if I were to sign up because the lottery and all that or the elite stuff opened today and I think lottery opens tomorrow or something like that. And it's like, well, if I sign up, do I have to run or like do I still get the 5 years? I don't know how all that works because if I feel prepared, I'd love to run OCC, but I mean, as you know, OCC, CCC, those races are not races that I want to show up to if I'm not like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, I'm ready to be top five, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of tentative is maybe like Mont Blanc Marathon, OCC, and then maybe some sort of like 50-mile-ish race in the fall. I,
Definitely.
I don't want to run 100K until next year,
Yeah.
but I think 50 miles could be like kind of a good in between.
Yeah. That's great. All of it. Also, part of it is we have to sign up so much
I
earlier
know.
now.
It's so
And
crazy.
like, I don't know if folks know this, but with like UTMB, some races will like hold places for elites, but with UTMB, if the race actually sells out, they will not give you a spot. And
Yeah.
so you have to get super ahead, and it's better to have it than to and cancel than to not have
Yeah.
it. So yeah, it's like, oh, it's too early. Actually, it's not for a lot of these races. Just
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
It is insane. Like I think I got into Mont Blanc Marathon like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
crazy. That's exciting.
big. But yeah, I think that's kind of it on my end. I mean, Emery's like almost 3 months old, which is crazy.
Oh.
He's a monster, just eats so much food. But yeah, the craziest thing that's happened to me with baby stuff is that Emery didn't poop for 9 days, which was terrifying. But then
Oh my
yesterday he
gosh.
finally pooped.
Oh.
So apparently that's like kind of normal, even though it's kind of freaky.
I would
So
have never known that, and that would have freaked me out.
yeah, our pediatrician told us that her record was 15 days. So I kept being like, it's only been 7. It's only been 8. Like, but yeah,
It, are you hoping to breastfeed all this year or
I don't know. We'll see. Like I would like to mostly breastfeed, but already I think it's like a probably a mix of like the stress and the fact that or the stress of last month as well as like starting to exercise again. Like we supplement with formula in the evening for like one bottle and I'd like to keep it that way, but I think it just depends like I'm gonna try my best to fuel for training and for breastfeeding and all that stuff, but yeah, we'll just have to see how my body reacts.
yeah, no, definitely. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. So my basically my mantra for like birth and as well and raising a child is just like you can have a plan, but it shouldn't be that much of a plan. Because like I don't know what my body's gonna do, like when it came to like being in the hospital for birth, it was like I'm gonna do whatever the OB tells me to do. And then it's like I'm gonna do whatever the pediatrician tells me to do. And now it's, so you can have a plan, but the plan probably won't work out.
Expect chaos.
Yeah.
And what about your husband, Tommy?
Tommy is just starting to do like big training again. He kind of took like he did had some like up and down training after we had the baby, just because for the first month we weren't sleeping, and then there was all this other stuff, and so he started kind of training big again this week. He did this crazy VK time trial on the treadmill, which I thought was insane.
What?
Yeah, something that I couldn't do because I couldn't just stare at the treadmill working
Yeah.
that hard. But I think he ran like 36 minutes or something. Um, and then, yeah,
Hard up at what grade?
I think it was 25%.
What? Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
feral.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. I was not here to watch, unfortunately. I was at the pool. He was like, I don't want you to watch this. I need to
He did
see
it by
first.
himself too?
Yeah,
That's
just
crazy.
on the treadmill in our garage. Um, and so yeah, he's starting to train for Madeira. He's not sure which of the distances yet, but probably the 115K in
What?
April. So
Okay, sick.
yeah, that's first race.
I'll
Um,
have to tell you somebody else that I know is running that. I don't know if he knows. Yeah.
um, yeah, and then I mean he might do like a 50K in the early like March, April-ish time, but or March-ish, but he's not sure about that yet.
Big
Depends.
Alta.
Either big Alta or like way too cool. Yeah.
Sick.
So
Nice.
yeah, that's the Sullivan update. What's the Danny update?
Last time, I don't know what our last podcast. Anyways, the last thing in the ongoing Danny saga that was not a limited series was that I slashed my knee open on the sidewalk and got a bunch of stitches, and that was looking great until it got infected. Which was kind of annoying because like when it first happened, I asked for antibiotics, but like I don't know. I get it. They were like, we don't want to give it to you unless it's actually infected. And I was like, no, bro, I've never taken antibiotics in my adult life, like since I was very, very little until my surgery. Like, I think I'm going to be okay. Like, whatever you give me is probably going to kick in and crush. But anyways, I got infected. I got antibiotics, so then I couldn't bend my knee for like 2 weeks. And then that worked out, cleaned up. And then yesterday, also on the 6th, so EmKay and I once again somehow were at the hospital at the same 24-hour time frame. I got my most recent set of x-rays and they were good. Finally, compared to the last one, in the last x-ray like a month ago, you could still kind of see like a little bit of space between the graft and my bone. So the graft that was pulled from my heel kind of shish kebabbed in there. You could kind of see that it wasn't fully taken, whereas this time it was all together. And so I finally am cleared to do stuff, which has been so freaking hard. Like I haven't been able to bike, elliptical. I could only swim for a few days because then my knee got freaking crushed open. Not crushed open, just slid open. I forgot.
And then it got infected.
Lacerated and then
Cool.
infected.
Yeah.
So like I had like 2 days of swimming. So now I could swim and do all the things except running. And I'm also on the 2 by 15 minute walk, which I feel like that's such runnerlinger. It's like 2 by 15 every day.
Oh, these are my intervals.
Yeah. And the main goal now is they made it very clear to me. They're like, Danny, this can still like you're a marble in the groove, stay in the groove. Don't force this because it in theory can still break. It's not like you're gonna break it by starting to load it, but it still is in a fragile state for like the next 3 to 5 weeks or so. But we want you to like load it because that's how it's gonna get stronger. And so if you're looking at an x-ray of like a healthy bone, like the sides are quite dark, and the part where the graft is connected to the bone that is naturally there, it's starting to get dark, but the edges still aren't. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's what they want to see darker. And so he's still hesitant to call it like healed, But it was pretty funny then going to my PT afterwards and she was like, "This looks awesome. Like you should be stoked." I just feel like my ortho is like very, very what's called not
Conservative,
concern.
almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The same exact thing, which is good.
Yeah.
You need to have those people on your team. You need the people that are gonna like stoke your fire and make you feel like you're on top of the world. And you also need the people that are gonna be like, not yet, yet,
Yeah.
not yet. Like, nope, not yet. Um, and so yeah, it's really exciting. They both were kind of the same thought process that like I probably won't be running until February, which I'm totally fine with. Um, but because I'm just so excited, I finally get to work out. I haven't done cardio in like 3 months, which is
Yeah.
crazy. And it was pretty funny because on my way to the hospital, I was so freaking nervous. I felt like I was gonna throw up, like way worse than like the biggest races in the world that I've lined up for. That I get a little nervous, but not to the point where I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Yeah.
And so I like texted my husband in the parking lot. I was like, I was already like delaying it too. Like I'm never late to appointments, and I was late. I was just sticking in the apartment, but I was like, okay, Danny, whatever he says, it's not the end. It's not the end. And I was really happy because I had messaged him earlier, and I even let EmKay know, like, okay, if it didn't work out, these are my options. One of them being partially amputating my toe. Um, and so I was like, whatever happens, it's not the end. It's not the end. And then, do you know who Tommy? I think his name's Tommy Caldwell.
Yeah.
He's the climber with like
Climber.
missing. Yeah, and I was like, freaking Tommy Caldwell is climbing up El Cap, missing a finger. You can run up a mountain, missing a toe. And that's okay. Like, suck it up. It's gonna be okay. Woman up. And so then, I got the x-ray, was super nervous, and he came in and he was super chill. He's like, "How's your knee?" And I was like, "Just tell me about my toe. I don't care about my knee." And he's like, "It looks good." And I started crying. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what did I say wrong?" And I was like, "It's
I'm
just,
just alive.
I was like, this has been 5 months, Steve." He's like, "Oh, I know." He's like, "I've been in it with you." He's like, "It's been 6. Don't discount yourself." I was like, 6 months, finally some good news. And he's like, "Okay, I'm glad I didn't say anything wrong." Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, big, big, big dubs for the sub hub. Finally,
Finally.
26 might be our year. I'm kind of scared to say that quite yet, but
Yeah, it'll be it's interesting. I was talking to Claire Gallagher just about like come back from pregnancy and she's like, I just feel so slow. And I was like, yeah, but once you get over that like initial hump, like
yeah,
we're gonna have a rough couple months of training here, but then like once you get over the hump, like it'll be your body will just remember how to be fast again. Just it's
it's
gonna feel shitty for a bit.
it is. And having, I mean, I say it, I've said it a bunch of times, but I'm so grateful that I had Broken Arrow last year to just show me a little glimmer of what it can
Yeah.
feel like. But also very weird with your similar timing. Last year I started walk jogging January 20th last year. And this year I'm like probably a week after that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, Dan, you've done this before. Granted, it's gonna be fine. I didn't do cardio this time like I did last time, but I'm not worried about it. Like last year I was so worried about it.
Yeah.
But I remember February, March, I was like, how am I ever gonna be good again? This sucks. I like everything's just hard. And then like April was like okay, and then May I just got on these tracks and each month just kept getting easier and easier. And it's exactly what you said. It's like those first 3 months in theory are kind of like everyone's different, but I'm like, okay, the first 3 months are probably gonna suck a lot. And then your body's gonna be like, oh, I know what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
just back to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know I'm running on the Ultra G for the first time on Monday.
Fun.
And I'm like, oh, like running, that'll be sick. But and I think I was like, I only get like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes on there because that's just like the time slot.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that 20 minutes is gonna be plenty of time, like the more I think about it.
Totally. Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, even on the walks, I'm like, I surely have been out here. Like
for
when I'm ready to
15
turn
minutes.
around, I was like, oh, I should look down at my watch. I've already been going straight for 50 minutes. It's like 6 minutes. I was like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah. My sister-in-law sent me this really funny reel on Instagram that it was like POV, you're my Garmin or something. And it was
oh
just
yeah.
them like getting really close to the Garmin. And I was like, that's us right now. Like,
Yeah.
only been 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh, totally. No, I'm excited. Shall we shift gears to just general things we're excited about in 26?
Oh, wait. First, I have to ask you if you have any idea of a schedule?
Uh, ish. So I'm gonna take, I mean, it's fine for people to know this. I'm gonna take my I don't know how to say this. I'm gonna see if Lady Luck will be on my side.
There we go.
And I'm gonna try the lottery to see if I can get into CCC. Just because, like, to your point, we only have so much run time. And with me being injured beginning of last year and end of last year, I never got my UTMB qualification. And it would just be a lot to try and fit in this year
Yeah,
because yeah, it's just another race. And the weekend that has like 3 or 4 races going on, it's like the second weekend of April. My sister's getting married. And so I'm like, okay. And so when the other races would be, it would just start to squish everything together.
yeah,
Um, I'm playing around with maybe racing in May. It depends on how, honestly, this
yeah,
next month goes. That feels a little early. With that being said, last year I raced in May, but I don't want to compare apples to apples, apples to oranges. They're not the same. Um, with that, maybe the earliest being Broken Arrow again. Again, I'm like lukewarm. It's not like firing me up in this moment because last year it's kind of like when you have such a special moment with a race, it's hard to go back. Sometimes I
yeah,
just want to leave it, which we've talked about before. So we'll see. But that's all to say, I'm trying to get back into CCC. I am open-minded to OCC if that's what my body gives me, but the goal is CCC. And then later of next year, I'd love to do a long FKT here in the Eastern Sierra somewhere.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, very loose right now.
I know. Yeah.
I'm signed up for a
Hopefully.
bunch of stuff. Like I'm signed up for Big Alta, which would kind of be like your canyons. Like let's just get out there and see how it's feeling. But it really depends on like if I'm even running full time at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm sure your training will be kind of similar to mine for the next year, probably, where we're probably not going to be running full time.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally.
I just have it in my head that I'm going to swim like 2 to 3 days a week until I can run 80 to 90 miles a week, like without trouble. And I think that's like pretty far away. But
I
I think I can race while still not running every day. So, like, yeah,
No, I mean, I literally had 2 weeks of full running before I broke my toe.
yeah.
For that reason, like I was biking, I was ellipticaling for doubles and stuff, and so you can get a lot done with that though.
Yeah, you just need a little bit of loading for
Yeah,
like trail running, but otherwise, like fitness is fitness.
fitness is fitness.
Yeah.
All right.
Now,
26.
pictures.
What are we excited for short trail? There's no world champs this year. Golden Trail hasn't released their calendar just yet. The only calendars I've seen is Skyrunner and
And Ethiopian
World.
Way.
Am I right? Golden Trail hasn't released it yet.
I haven't seen anything, and I have
Yeah.
been getting all of their other emails. So yeah, I think we probably
Yeah.
miss it because Danny and I haven't been on Instagram as much
Yeah.
recently. So like when I do log onto Instagram, it keeps giving me posts from like 2 to 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, this doesn't matter. I don't like, I'm on here because I wanted to see what was happening right now.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
100%. Oh, they did actually announce, though, I'm reminded that they upped the prize purse. So it used to be that the first overall person got 20,000 euros, and this year they get 30,000 euros.
yeah.
Um, and they are adding more money. And here's what you think of this. They're doing more. So it's the best 3 results. Great call. We don't need 4 races. I think we have definitely died on the soapbox talking about that. Like 3 races is perfect, but they have segments. And they removed the prologue, which funny enough, last year EmKay and I were like, there's no prologue. And then they had a prologue. Sorry
Uh,
about that, folks. That
yeah.
was an error on our end, but they
But now
removed it,
there is none.
which I think is a great call. Just
Yeah.
one race at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. I love this comment from Francesco. It says removal of the grand final prologue is a great step forward for humanity.
Yeah, it's just like a
Uh,
weird way to get athletes more tired when they're already tired.
yeah. But yeah, like Danny was mentioning, there's going to be downhill climbing and sprint segments, which they did once before when you were in Madeira. What,
Yes.
2022?
Oh, yeah, the stage race. They did that.
Yeah. So they are awarding bonus points for that. I don't know if that is for just the grand finale or if that's for all the races, because it would be cool if it was for all the races.
It would be cool if it was all the races.
I think it might be because the other two things that they have listed here says like grand finale in it, but this one doesn't say that. So hopefully it's for all the races.
If you had to pick one to go after, what would you go after? If Rick was like, MK, this is your sole goal this year, pick what you're most likely to do well in.
Honestly, like maybe a sprint segment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Put me on a little flat piece of ground and I'll kick some booty.
Yeah.
I
Because
was
then
going to say climbing because I do think I'm a pretty good climber, but there are
you
lots
are.
of really good climbers in Golden Trail. So
And honestly, everyone's getting fast too. Like one sub 112s are being given out
pretty
like
normal. Yeah.
pretty normal now. Yeah, I would go for probably it would depend where the downhills is. Like if it's a semi-technical, I'm all for that. I think I'm really good at those. But if it's like Zagama, no thank you. Like
Yeah.
wet rocks, not my favorite.
Yeah.
If not, definitely flat for sure. Sick.
Yeah. And then they're doing team rankings for the first time. I'm assuming what that means is like brands. Best two men and women for like a brand score points for team classifications. So Brooks is probably going to clean up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you which brand. Yeah, Brooks for sure. Solomon
Because
could
I
do
just don't
pretty
know that anyone
good.
else has that kind of density.
True.
Solomon would be Naomi,
Remy.
Remy, not Joyce anymore.
Yeah, they're
Not
actually, but they always have like those national salt, like Joey Hadorn. I don't know if he's on like the
yeah.
global team, but yeah, I just don't. I agree. Honestly, team run together on the men's side though.
Oh yeah. So
Tillman and
yeah,
yeah,
On will be pretty good there. Nike is basically just Lauren in the Golden Trail right now, right? Oh, Lauren and Christian.
yeah. They have a couple of European guys. Their names aren't coming to me, but they're pretty good on the men's Nike side.
Yeah, I
And
still
Nate
think it's probably Brooks, unless Ninke comes back and Lauren's got a partner. Ninke or
Ninke's
like Bailey Kowalczyk.
Bailey Kowalczyk, yeah.
But I don't know what her like plans are in terms of comeback, like if she's doing Golden Trail or like more 50K type stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll call it now, Brooks. Let's go.
Yeah, let's call it Brooks for now. And then yeah, hopefully the 2026 calendar comes out, but I am very stoked that you only need three results because as we know, like people were just getting burnt out and also like tired. But I do think that there will be a solid amount of people who still do like four races,
Yeah.
but not everybody can do that and also qualify for UTMB and also maybe do skyrunning because there's so much crossover.
No, I totally agree. All right. Outside of Golden Trail, what are some races you're most excited for?
I'm excited. I love the early season Skyrunner races like Calamoro and Acantilados because they're beautiful and also they're like fast on the faster side, I think, for skyrunning. Like they're just a little less mountain technical. But also another thing I'm excited for in terms of Skyrunner is they also have backed off on the amount of races that they have. I don't know, I can't remember what their qualification is. I think it might also be three races, but hopefully with the condensing of the schedule, it's just like a little bit less chaotic and you see more matchups more frequently.
No, I totally agree with that. I think they also, I don't have it in front of me right now, changed their scoring system too, where like some races they score more.
Which would make sense because some races are like legacy races for skyrunning almost, and then there's like a ton of newer races.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm also excited they have a race in the US, the Beast of Big Creek.
yeah, I'm curious to see what that is.
Yeah. It's just, it's nice. It's like
Yeah.
you give an opportunity for those that are here. It looks like it's on in Washington.
Oh, sick. So
Yeah.
yes, seven of the Skyrunner races will now be red races, which offer 1.5 times the points. And those races are four Refugios in Argentina, Acantilados del Norte in Spain, Sky Race des Mathezines in France, Yeding Sky Race in China, the Beast of Big Creek in the US, and Gorbea Suzian in Spain. And the thing I find cool about that is that so you have one in South America, in Europe, Europe, Asia, the like North America, and then back in Europe. So like other than, we'll probably not see African races for a long, long time, but like it's nice that they've spread the red races out across the globe instead of having them just all be like Spanish and French races.
No, I totally agree. Looking at the photos from this Beast of Big Creek, it looks sick. It looks super, super sick. But yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you just said. I mean, those all historically have been great races, especially like Calamaro and Sky Race, Day Mathesines, which is amazing. I am super excited to see what happens at Broken Arrow and
Yeah.
like our athletes, them putting up the huge prize money. And you guys should go listen to our fresh reactions to that huge prize purse that they're putting up. But like, is there is that going to draw people away from Sears now? I doubt it because they're so far
Far.
apart. It's
Yeah.
more so who's going to come to the US to do that. And I just want to see that race in person because I just think it's going to be super
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. And also, like we discussed a little bit in the episode that you guys should go listen to, we're pretty sure that Broken Arrow is not a part of Golden Trail because of this new
Yeah.
partnership with Nike. So it's like also who does it pull away? Because that's like kind of the time of year where they do their second back to back usually. And so like does Golden Trail lose people to Broken Arrow? Yeah, I'm curious to see which one like has more pull.
No,
I would think Broken
100%.
Arrow because the prize money for the Grand Golden Trail finale is 30K, whereas the just Broken Arrow 23K is 30K.
No, 100%. I'm just like briefly looking at the entry list so far, and I'm very sad that there's no Philemon, Patrick, El Hussein, or Remy just yet. Are we? I wonder if, I don't know if this is happening, if Golden Trail is at the point where they're going to pay athletes to solely participate in the Golden Trail World Series. That'd be really cool. That is pure just being pulled out of the clouds of my mind. But if Golden Trail is like, Remy, we will pay you not to go to Broken Arrow and instead do our two races, that'd be next level. That'd be crazy. But I just feel like
Yeah.
this race has Remy's name written all over it. It's fast, you go up, you go down, and as he showed at the end of last year, like no one can touch him on an uphill once again.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
And I bet you if he came out, he'd do the VK too. Because
Yeah,
that's just like a Remy classic to do a VK and then like 2 days later crush a 23K.
yeah.
The only downside is that Remy Bonnet will be competing in the Olympics in February or March, February. So who knows? Like, I mean, he could definitely be ready by June, but who knows in terms of like burnout and stuff if he'll want to race that early.
Totally. I do have to
But
note too, the female side, guess who signed up now? Remember our episode, we were like, it'd be so excited if these people signed up. We got a couple of them.
oh
So,
gosh, I need to go look.
so Nienke Brinkman is signed up, which is really
Yeah.
exciting.
Okay,
And Sophia
nice.
Lockley.
Oh hell yeah, because she's not
And
competing in the Olympics this year. So
And McKenna Morley, that was another name we said. Courtney, well, I'll just name a couple other ones that are just highlighting. Anna Gibson, Courtney Coppinger, Bailey Qualtrics, Claire DeVoe, Allie Mack, Rachel Drake. I mean, I'd have to dive deeper into the men's side, but just at face value, this women's race feels a little bit more deeper just in this moment on January 7th.
yeah, Jade Belsberg, who has done really well at this race before. Rachel Tomajic is signed up. Sarah Alonso is signed up.
Oh, yeah, Sarah Alonso.
I'm going deep because like the European athletes don't always have good ultra sign up rankings because they don't race here that often.
So true.
That's exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at the men's side now. Eli Hemming signing up for the 23K again.
He signed up for all of them. He signed
Oh
up for the
God.
Triple Crown, which is amazing. I'm like, is Eli doing UTMB and I don't know it? Like, that'd be sick. He's like, you know what? Forget about CCC. I'm just gonna move up to UTMB.
Yeah, the men's side, as of right now, not quite as deep, but I bet you that at least Team Run Together shows up.
I bet you too, because they were here before it was Golden Trail also.
Yeah, and now the price purse is huge. Um, yeah. Oh, another thing that I wanted to say that I was excited about that I saw in the Golden Trail announcement, let me pull this back up, is they have changed their doping policy and testing.
What?
Yeah, I think that they're testing more frequently now. Let me see. More tests. It just says it's vague, but it says more tests conducted at each race and additional pre-competition tests carried out across the season.
That is amazing. Yeah, I wonder if that's just one before the season starts or if it's like in between the
Random.
races. Because
Yeah.
that'd be mega and like huge kudos to them for putting that money up.
Maybe
And
we
what
talked
kind of
enough shit about
testing?
it last year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, no, I mean when you're especially when you're like on TV and for people that don't know trail running, that is their only exposure to a sport, it sets a really good precedent to be like on the live commentary. And these athletes are tested in and out of competition. You
Yeah.
know, they're
Well,
not just,
and like Greg has made it very clear that he wants Golden Trail to almost be like the jumping off point for trail running in the Olympics. And so like if that's what he wants it to be, then like you have to test people.
yeah,
So we'll see. Yeah, I'm curious to see if it's like if it is a testing that's associated with WADA in some sense. Like I know US anti-doping does a lot of testing for like even foreign trail races. Like that's kind of how it's working out. So I'm curious to see, yeah, who they bring on to do the testing.
cool. I have one more thing. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so. Not off the top
Okay.
of my head, at least.
Yeah, well, we could do another kickoff episode
Yeah.
or something like that. I'm interested to see where athletes go. I know there's
Oh,
some
yeah.
some free agents that kind of said on their Instagrams like they're no longer with brands. Like today I saw that Joe is no longer going to be with Hoka, which is kind of crazy to me. He's been with Hoka for a long time. I'm interested if he's going anywhere.
Jen
And
Lichter announced that she's not with North Face anymore.
yes, we also had some athletes that said, here we go, free agency. There's a couple other. I know he's not exactly short trail, but I'm interested to see where Hans Troyer goes. Um, And Robin Lesh is another one. I'm interested if she's going to go anywhere. And I feel like there's more announcements coming, athletes that have not necessarily said just yet that they are leaving. But
Yeah.
yeah, see if there's any big moves. Those are always fun to follow.
Yep. I uh I hate that brands wait so long sometimes because I'm just like, it's January.
I
Tell us.
know. Oh, Andrew Blanas. That's
Oh
the
yeah.
other one. That's
Because he was with
huge.
Hoka.
He was with Hoka. Yeah. That is like absolute. I mean, that guy's a mega star right now, and he's just
Yeah.
going to keep producing huge results. So, all big ones. Crazy.
Well, yeah, I think so far that's what we're excited for. It's crazy to think that trail season kind of kicks off here in the US at least with like Black Canyon in a month. Not sub ultra, but they do have a 50K, which is ripping now. Um, yeah, like feels like it all just ended like a few months ago at Worlds.
Wait,
But
last but not least, I
holy
know
shit.
this is anyone signed up for the 50K?
Oh, at Black Canyon?
Yeah. Because I
Okay.
agree. I want that. It's a bummer to me. Well, whatever. Hindsight's 2020, but it's so cool that it's getting more hype now because it's such a fast, fun 50K. And there's so many people that are already there for the golden ticket race. Chris Myers, Mackay Clemens, Ryan Sullivan, Cole Campbell, Matt Daniels, Adam Peterman. This is a great men's race for an early season kicker. That's the men's side. Let's check out the women.
Right, we got Grace Troyer, who I'm going to assume is Hans's sister, noon in Georgia.
Oh,
So
sick.
that's exciting.
Ashley
Ashley Brosnan,
Rossovin,
Allison
Allison
Baca won
Baca.
last year.
We're
Yeah.
both saying the same thing. Allison
Janelle
Baca.
Links,
Oh, Aaron Moyer,
Aaron Moyer.
Taylor Smith, Christina Randup, Amanda Basham. Yeah, this is a great start. Oh, Lindsay Allison. Yeah, this is a great, great start to the year. And then that 100K, I know this is short trail, but I am very, very excited to follow it. I think both races are going to be absolute fire. It's just a matter of what weather they get on the day. But the Jen Lichter,
Debut 100K.
Shanlin, yeah, debut 100K, Tabor Hemming,
Ann Flower,
Ann Flower, Jane Moss, Shea
Sylvia
Akianum,
Casperson,
Jade
Aaron Clark.
Belzberg, Abby Hall, and Molly Seidel. I mean, you raced a lot of those women last year in that group, right? Shen Lin, Abby Hall.
Yeah,
Dude, this combo of Jen Lichter, Abby Hall, and Molly Seidel, they all race from the front very like aggressively.
aggressively.
That's gonna be fun to watch. Shenlin too, actually. And then Ann Flower coming off of her 50-mile, was it world record or US record?
I can't remember with her, but she also broke the Leadville record, which was Ann Trayson's from the 90s. So,
Yeah. World record.
yeah,
Dang, she took 13 minutes off of it. But that's crazy. That is so fast. Oh, dude, I'm getting stuffed. Getting stuffed. Woo! All right,
just
just gotta
2 weeks
come.
away.
Maybe I'll be running, but wait, how long? Six,
It's like
five?
a month away. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Hopefully I'm running by then so I can like run
live
and
stream
listen
and
to it.
treadmill.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
folks.
it.
We drew this out long enough. Don't forget to follow again on Spotify. We have some Olympian interviews, an interview with a really great team manager, some new gear slash partnerships we have coming up. So check it out. Follow on Instagram. Wait, yeah, you can do Instagram as well.
Yeah,
YouTube,
yeah,
Spotify, Apple. And we'll be back to you guys soon.
yeah. And we will be back on SubHub headlines starting in February. And don't forget, we didn't do a specific ad, but don't forget to check out Never Second for your upcoming early season races. Use our code SubHub25 at checkout to get 25% off. And we will see you guys soon.
Yep. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.